Hello, George Fasching here, helping you unlock your team's genius. In this video, I'm focusing on gold plating or over-engineering of your product features. And this is actually part 2 in a two-parter to share with you a total of 6 different things that you can do to get a handle on this aspect. And as usual in videos in the Power of 3 series, I am spending 3 minutes to share my top 3 tips and encouragements on a particular subject. And with this one, you'll get a total of 6 things that you can do to get a handle on over-engineering and gold plating. So with that, let us put 3 minutes on the clock, starting now. So the first thing, or the fourth thing, is to remember one of the Agile principles: to work smarter, not harder. The Agile principle says simplicity, the art of maximizing the amount of work not done, is essential. And by that we mean to be really clear on all the things that we can cut out in order to still deliver the same value, and working smarter, not harder, right? Use a little bit more time to think of how a feature could be created in order to deliver the same value, rather than going with the first solution that seems the most obvious or apparent, just to spend more time thinking of a more creative and simpler solution to address the same problem for the user. So simplicity is key, and remembering to honor that Agile principle is definitely something that should be done on an ongoing basis. The second thing I would like to share with you is to actually use built-in control mechanisms in the way that you work in the team. And 2 good things are pair programming and pair review. So if some team members declare themselves as perhaps being prone to over-engineering things, then they can pair themselves with somebody who is quite happy not to do that, and they can help each other out on that front. So pair programming works well for the developers, to also keep that in mind as they are working through that together. And peer reviews can be done in other disciplines and other types of roles as well, and is also a good option. Peer review would also help you if you don't want to take up pair programming as an engineering practice, but of course you would want to do peer review of your code. And part of the peer review check could be to see whether there is some over-engineering going on the development of those features. So that was the second thing. And the third thing I would like to share with you is to actually, from the very beginning with your stakeholders, ensure that you have a frank conversation about what the expected level of fidelity and the expected level of quality is. And with that, it is worth bearing in mind to appreciate where the users are currently going in order to solve the user need, to solve the problem. If it is a completely unmet need at the moment, which is unlikely, then anything that you do will be better than what they currently have. If it is a complete leapfrogging, and currently say they're using a paper-based process, and you're doing service design and figure out that actually there is a much better solution than paper, that will already be a leapfrog. And actually, as a team and with the stakeholders bearing in mind what the totality of the improvement is, will already be an encouragement to then say, well, so given that we're already going so far, but what is then the simplest way of doing this leapfrog and this step change, and have an honest and frank conversation with stakeholders from the beginning to make it okay to develop to a certain level. And with that, the 3 minutes are up. Thank you very much for your time and energy as usual. If you have any thoughts, queries or comments on this particular video, or any ideas for future ones, please leave them down below in the comments. If you found something useful in this video, please ensure that you like, share and subscribe in order to help spread the word. Would be much appreciated. So with that, thank you very much, and all the best for the practice with your team, and goodbye.